G'day, Paul here. Welcome to Self-Produced. In this video, I want to take you through something that has really blown me away recently when it comes to goal setting. It's the 31st of December. We're all thinking about New Year's resolutions, but I really want you to think about them differently. I'm going to take you on a little bit of a journey on what I've discovered that has just completely reshaped the way that I'm thinking about goals for next year. Let's go. So I've had a goal for a long time to lose about 10 kilos. Over COVID, we shifted our diet and I lost a lot of weight just purely from changing the diet to a keto diet at the time. But I'm not shifting that weight anymore, and I'm still overweight for what I want to be. And so I've got a goal of losing weight, and I've been talking about doing that for a long time. And I was listening to James Clear in the Diary of a CEO talking to Stephen Bartlett about, goal setting. And he really kind of honed in on this idea that actually what we need to do is think about the steps towards that. And it made me realize something that I've been saying for years that I haven't been applying to any of these goals. Focus on the cause and the effect will take care of itself. And when it comes to a lot of these goals that I've been setting, I have not been doing that at all. The focus is on what is the daily or weekly routine that is going to get me to that goal. And the goal will take care of itself. That outcome will take care of itself if I am doing these things. Now, I can stop every quarter and measure where am I at. That comment of his about actually what is the routine, essentially the system that is going to lead to the outcome of that goal. And that's what we need to focus on is what is that. And even if you miss, like if you say it's going to be a daily habit, but you miss a day or two, you're going to be still so much more committed to the small task that you need to do that's going to lead to that outcome, as opposed to the giant concept of this thing that you're trying to achieve. And I thought that was so smart. And so for 2026, well, actually I started it because I'm not going to be committed to a 1st of January New Year's resolution that has that. I'm just going to start today. And so a few days ago, I created something called Project Noel. And the idea being that there is some daily activity and there is never an L. I never record a loss. And so literally I put it on my wall. And so I've worked out for myself that if I don't work out at the very start of the day, I will not work out, because once I get into my day and get started on things, it's the last thing on my mind. And then at the end of the day, I'm too knackered. I'm just too tired and I don't want to do it. And so what I worked out for me, it basically needs to be the first thing I do every day. And so I went into Excel and just created a grid. And this is technically, it's all of 2026 plus the few days that I'd started. I'm trying not to think about what's the weight I'm trying to lose. I'm actually trying to become the person that does something every day to stay fit. I'm focusing less on the actual overall goal as the thing I think about daily, because that can feel like a burden. And I've actually stopped and taken an extra 5-10 minutes. And I've thought, okay, well, what are the daily or weekly things that I need to do that will actually just make that goal happen? And I'm now doing that for my business, which is awesome as well, because, I have a goal of trying to double the income that I've earned in 2025 in 2026. So, when I break that down, I have to think about what am I doing in order to generate sales. I have to think about those things. And so they then become a daily metric of, did I make some sales calls or send some emails, or how many people did I outreach to? And that they're way more achievable than, thinking about the big picture goal at the end. I'll stop every quarter and I'll measure those. But the idea being, what is the daily habit or the weekly habit that I need to commit to and do in order for that goal to become a reality? That's what I want you to think about coming into 2026. What is the thing that you're trying to achieve? And then think about what are the daily things you need to do to be able to achieve that? What is that step every single day that I have to take that will eventually lead to that? It's like, if I want to throw 100 pebbles into a container, well, I have to throw one pebble at a time into that container. If that's the rule, then it's just simple. I throw one pebble. So that will get me to the 100. I don't need to think about the 100. I just need to think about the one. So what's the one thing? The one next thing that I need to do that will actually be the cause that leads to the effect of achieving that goal. That's where I'm at for 2026. Happy New Year. See you on the other side.